Right now at 5, Wisconsin playing catch-up with police reform, where lawmakers are able to agree and what important factors are still left out.
The Justice Department is launching a probe into the Minneapolis policing policies following the verdict in the Derek Chauvin case.
Plus, Wisconsin freeway turned downright dangerous today. We take you through some heart-pounding moments from a driver's point of view.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. The day after a jury found Derek Chauvin guilty of George Floyd's murder, Wisconsin does not have any new police reform laws, but it does have 18 new recommendations.
Our Naomi Coles explains the task force recommendations that come after dozens of other states have long since passed reforms of their own. Naomi?
Nationwide, a New York Times analysis found that more than 30 states have passed more than 140 police oversight laws since George Floyd's murder. Wisconsin has not passed any yet. That's because task force leaders say they wanted to take the time to do it right.
We're spinning ourselves into circles because
7 months, 8 meetings, and a lot of discussion later.
Is anyone opposed to that?
Yes.
yeah, that's where we're at.
Task force members say their 18 recommendations for police reform laws in Wisconsin push the envelope beyond old bills and proposals.
There's also new legislation that is being proposed out of this that goes beyond anything that's been proposed before when it comes to transparency and accountability and making sure that we do our best to get bad officers off the street.
Democratic co-chair Sheila Stubbs says this report represents where law enforcement, mental health professionals, and communities of color in the group agree.
You will see in the report is the word consensus. What was really important for us is to capture where each task force member was.
Recommendations include mandating psychological testing for officer certifications, new reasons to decertify officers, and drug testing after an officer shoots someone. Where they stop short is a total ban on chokeholds.
But what we heard in that room was law enforcement say, if you take away this tool from us, then the only tool we have left to use is our gun.
They also did not agree on a definition for use of force in state law, a crucial element behind things like criminal charges or penalty enhancers. The big hang-up has been whether or not to require use of force to be proportional, a clause from a sweeping New Jersey policy last year.
Officers are not required, generally speaking, to use force that is proportional. They have to use whatever force is necessary.
Law enforcement argues differences in officer size and training makes the issue hard to lock into one definition.
It's hard because it's very gray.
So instead, the task force is planning on a new group to keep working on that definition. You can take a closer look at those 18 recommendations online right now. Now, co-chair and Assembly Majority Leader Jim Steineke says he's hoping that these bills are going to be introduced in May at a committee level, and then he's expecting them to reach the floor for what he hopes is a bipartisan vote in June.
Naomi, thank you. Governor Evers won't wait any longer on lawmakers to update certain police standards. He's calling on police to do it themselves. The governor signed an executive order that requires every state-run police agency to update their own use of force policies. That includes the DNR, Capitol Police, and the State Patrol. In his order, Governor Evers said he hopes other police-related changes that he put in his budget survive that process as well.
The U.S. Justice Department has launched an investigation into policing practices in Minneapolis a day after the jury found Officer Chauvin guilty of murdering George Floyd.
It will include a comprehensive review of the Minneapolis Police Department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
Tuesday's verdict is also spurring some fresh momentum on Capitol Hill for police reform. While Republicans and Democrats agree on issues like more body camera use, there are still some sticking points. Last month, the House passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. It would ban chokeholds and some no-knock warrants and prohibit racial and religious profiling. But overhauling qualified immunity protections for police, which would make it easier to hold officers accountable in court, that's been a non-starter for Senate Republicans. Republicans are working on an alternative proposal that would put more burden on police departments instead of individual officers.
I'm sure he's updated a few things based on more current events, but expect to see a really good bill coming out soon.
At least 319 people in the U.S. have been killed by police so far this year, according to mappingpoliceviolence.org. The group says in recent years, the vast majority did not result in any charges against the officer.
Authorities with the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation are looking into the fatal shooting of a black teenage girl at the hands of Columbus police. Columbus police released body camera footage last night showing the chaotic scene leading up to Ma'Khia Bryant's death. The clip appears to show the 16-year-old chasing someone outside a home with a knife. The girl being chased falls to the ground before 4 shots rang out.
Officer Nicholas Reardon. Officer Reardon was working a one-officer car. He was hired in December of 2019. He's currently assigned to Zone 2, second shift, and he is the officer that discharged his firearm.
The deadly police shooting prompted protesters to take to the streets into the night to demand justice.
A local nonprofit organization is asking Madison teachers to take a pledge to not contribute to the criminalization of black students. Freedom Inc. asking all Madison School District teachers and staff to take the Black Sanctuary Pledge. It features 8 different bulletins that call for educators to not call police, ICE, or Homeland Security on children. The document also asks teachers to commit to ongoing training on different categories like anti-black racism and de-escalation and conflict resolutions.
This is committing to a process of accountability if you decide to harm black students or their families. This is committing to decolonizing your curriculum. This is committing to training and development and professional development as an educator.
And 24 educators have already signed that pledge.
Well, how's this for white-knuckle driving? In April, no less, William Van Aken was driving down I-41 near Kewaskum, and he had to swerve through these pileups to avoid rolling semis and stopped cars. The Washington County Sheriff's Office said this was one of several chain reaction crashes due to the heavy snow that fell for a while today in southeastern Wisconsin. The crashes shut down I-41 southbound completely just before noon. Here in Madison, we saw flurries every once in a while, just a few light flurries, nothing like what they saw near Milwaukee. But Gary, that video shows what could be a snow squall today.
Yeah, you get these bursts of snow that don't last very long, but it's very similar to like a summertime thunderstorm. In fact, there was even some lightning reported out of some of those showers in eastern Wisconsin. But you can see how quickly they moved through. But when it snowed, it came down hard for a few minutes, and that was enough to drop visibility and even cause some snow accumulations, make the road slippery, and lead to those accidents. But a little wider radar perspective shows that most of our viewing area really hasn't seen much in the way of any kind of snow other than maybe a couple of flurries, and a lot of us have seen some sunshine. In fact, a little wider radar perspective shows most of those snow showers and squalls over far eastern Wisconsin and not across the rest of the area. In fact, visible cloud track shows some breaks in the clouds. We'll see those clouds break apart tonight and will become mostly clear. That will allow temperatures to really drop off. Last night, we dropped to 25 here in Madison. It was 27 in Janesville. A hard freeze last night. Right now, temperatures are in the 30s to our east where there are those snow squalls going on, and in the 40s where there is a little sunshine from Madison westward. By tomorrow morning, we'll be back into the the middle to upper 20s with a high temperature tomorrow of 58 because we're back to sunshine for everybody, and it looks like we'll see even milder weather. We'll have to wait till next week for that. I'll have more details in weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're learning more information tonight about the murder-suicide that happened in Watertown last week. Authorities say retired Watertown police officer Douglas Teuteberg killed his teenage son and then took his own life. Watertown police say they were called to check on the welfare of Teuteberg Friday. They tried to call him, but then went to his house and found him and his 16-year-old son dead. Since Teuteberg was a former Watertown officer, police contacted the Dodge County Sheriff's Office to investigate.
Over 38,000 new doses of a COVID vaccine have been administered in Wisconsin in the past 24 hours, as over 600 new cases of the virus have been reported. Over 1.67 million Wisconsinites have now completed their vaccine series. That is over 40%. About 2.36 million residents have had at least one dose. And in Dane County, nearly 55% of residents have at least one dose. Nearly 38%, about 205,000 residents, have been fully vaccinated.
If you still haven't signed up for a COVID vaccine, Public Health Madison Dane County is is now providing a direct link for people to schedule vaccinations at the Alliant Energy Center. Officials say appointments are open, but two things need to be done before you get your shot. First, you need to schedule an appointment at the Alliant Energy Center, and you can do that by visiting our website, where we have the link provided for you. You also still need to register with DHS before your appointment so that local health officials have the information they need to deliver the vaccination. Earlier this week, health officials say they had thousands of vaccine appointments available at the Alliant Center.
The ancient concept of supply and demand has vaccinators in Dane County changing their approach to reaching patients.
With shots to give, they're hoping to get people to buy in. Gabriella Becerra is live at the Alliant Energy Center tonight, where appointments haven't been filling up as quickly as before. Gabby?
Well, everyone who really wanted a vaccine likely already has it, or at least the appointment to get it. So now public health is focusing on reaching those not as eager groups. Public health isn't alone with this. Many vaccinators in the area are also noticing a slowdown in demand. UWHealth's Dr. Matt Anderson says it's time to shift their approach as they begin vaccinating a more hesitant group.
Starting to get into maybe some people who are either less motivated or they're a little less sure. There is a really strong need. We need as many people as possible to take that advantage of being vaccinated so we can get that herd immunity, so we can get rid of COVID transmission in the community as much as possible.
Anderson says if we don't reach herd immunity as quick as possible, we'll see even more variants of COVID. And there's still 400 appointments left for the rest of the week here at the Alliant Energy Center. And coming up on News 3 Now at 6, Public Health shares their advice if you're still on the fence about getting it.
Gabby, thank you. UW-Madison preparing for the summer as another virtual school year comes to an end. With changes to COVID-19 operations, the campus community is taking small and hopeful steps towards a new normal. Spring semester introduced the Badger Badge, requiring students and staff to present a recent negative COVID-19 test to access buildings. Now the university is making changes as they head into the summer term.
We reached out to students and employees earlier this week to let them know what summer term operations are going to look like starting on May 10th. And the good news is, we feel like we're in a very positive situation in terms of cases on campus remaining quite low, vaccinations continuing to climb.
And the Safer Badger Badge will now only be required to enter specific buildings. Testing frequency for students and staff also goes down to 1 day a week. More information about those changes and reopening of campus, you can find those at channel3000.com. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, we'll tell you about the local, state, and national efforts that are underway looking into climate change. And coming up tonight at 6, a nationwide bus driver shortage continues, including in our own area. How you can help tonight at 6. And midweek trading on Wall Street sends stocks soaring. The Dow up more than 316 points. The Nasdaq jumps 164, and the S&P adds more than 38. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, it all begins with the primetime special, The Price is Right, followed by new episodes of SEAL Team and SWAT. Then get a complete wrap-up of today's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 4-day flash sale. This Thursday through Sunday only. Get 19% off everything in the store. Sofas from $3.99. Sectionals from $5.99. Plus get 1 year free financing. The 4-day flash sale. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
WILDE Towne Honda is Wisconsin's Dealer of the Year. Save with 0% financing for up to 60 months on over 400 new Hondas. At WILDE Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
When you're sick, so sick that your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer.
And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
UWHealth. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time. Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Wild East Towne Honda, lease a new Civic for $189. That's $189 and absolutely zero due at signing. Save on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 4-day flash sale. This Thursday through Sunday only. Get 19% off all mattresses store-wide. Queen mattresses just $249. Mattresses and adjustable base both for only $599. Plus get 1 year free financing. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning, a warning about a new imposter scam and how to avoid it.
And we'll introduce you to Karaoke Matt, how he's making a positive impact in the 608. Join us Thursday at 4:30 for News 3 Now This Morning.
When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters: accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast, according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is introducing a new climate initiative called Climate Forward.
The city has a goal and a plan to achieve 100% renewable energy in our municipal operations by 2030. We also have a goal for our entire community to be carbon neutral by 2050.
Climate Forward efforts include building on the city's Green Power Program successes, which will train people to install solar panels, which could lead to permanent city jobs, as well as working with commercial building owners to increase energy efficiency and reduce carbon emissions.
U.S. senators are crossing the aisle to hopefully ensure you can safely cross roads and bridges.
It's legislation coming from Wisconsin's Senator Tammy Baldwin and Florida's Senator Marco Rubio. Brady Mallory shows us what Republicans and Democrats can actually agree on with infrastructure. Brady?
Well, today Baldwin and Rubio introduced the Built to Last Act. The bill specifically looks at how extreme weather damages transportation systems, water and wastewater systems, government buildings, and power lines, and costs us all billions every year. If passed, this bill would require NOAA to help find solutions based on meteorological information and then use that to help develop new infrastructure standards. Baldwin says the goal is not to just fix damage as it happens.
When we're seeing these extreme weather events happen with greater frequency, we really need to improve the infrastructure as we repair it.
Senator Rubio says he's proud to partner with Senator Baldwin to mitigate the challenges and impacts of changing climate and empower states to plan appropriately. Now at 6, I'll show you another similar bipartisan effort with Baldwin to boost roads and bridges.
All right, Brady, thank you. Governor Evers and 2 Madison lawmakers reintroduced legislation to address PFAS contamination. The CLEAR Act includes funding for new DNR positions to implement a PFAS action plan, creating a municipal grant program for testing and remediation efforts, and funding statewide monitoring and testing initiatives.
PFAS are such pervasive chemicals that they are in our waterways, our fish, and our wildlife. They can be in the land, in the air, in the homes, or even in our clothes.
The bill was introduced previously but was never given a hearing. The governor's proposed budget includes $20 million over the next 2 years for assistance and resources to local communities that are impacted by that contamination, including Madison.
Let's get a check on the weather now. A little bit of everything in the weather today, Gary.
Well, fortunately for us, it was a little bit. Farther out to the east, it was a different story. Still see these light snow showers and snow squalls that are moving through parts of southeastern Wisconsin, mainly just out of our viewing area, although the eastern portions of Dodge County, right along I-40, of course, hit by those snow squalls earlier this afternoon and this morning that caused quite a bit of problems with travel there. But the farther west you get, the less in the way of precipitation you saw, and most of that, when it did occur, was in the form of some light rain showers. A little wider view on Doppler solar track shows some light snow showers up in northern and northeastern Wisconsin, but these are heading more east than southeast. So most of us should see any lingering showers or flurries and pretty early this evening, and then skies will clear out and temperatures will really nosedive. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be cold tonight. Temperatures will drop into the middle to upper 20s. Look for widespread frost and a hard freeze. But tomorrow we're back to mostly sunny skies across all of southern Wisconsin. That alone will bring temperatures back into the upper 50s, about a 15-degree increase over what we're seeing right now. And then mild weather will kick in for early next week. After seeing highs in the 50s this weekend, we'll jump up into the upper 60s on Monday and middle 70s on Tuesday, and probably stay in the 60s on Wednesday, although there'll be some showers and thunderstorms. Freeze warnings again in effect overnight to our south, where the growing season has already started. Some frost advisories over parts of southern Illinois, but those freeze warnings extend now eastward, almost all the way to the New York City area. Upper air weather pattern is going to start to change, though. Notice right now we're in this pool of cold air with the jet stream winds coming in from the north. But over the next few days, that upper level jet stream pattern will switch. And notice by early next week, those winds now out of the southwest, and that will warm us up. That's why we're going to see that big jump in temperatures, especially as we head into the early part of next week. Now, midweek, there'll be a little lobe of colder air that'll move through. Ahead of that, we'll probably see some showers and thunderstorms. But notice, not nearly as cold as what we're seeing now, and it'll be a brief shot, because by the time we get to next weekend, temperatures will be back into the middle 60s, maybe around 70 degrees by Sunday of next weekend. Right now on Weather Track, you can see these snow showers and flurries, rain showers farther to the south, but overall a pretty quiet weather pattern for the latter part of April. Normally we would expect more stronger weather systems. Right now, just not seeing that. Again, once we get these snow showers out of here, the skies will start to clear from west to east, and we'll see cold temperatures for tonight. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies. Our high temperature, just getting the sunshine back, will bring us up to 58 degrees. 7 to 10 day forecast. Some scattered showers on Friday with a high 53. Chance of showers on Saturday with a high of 55, and 54 on Sunday with partly sunny skies. But notice next week, 67 Monday, 75 on Tuesday, and 67 on Wednesday, with showers and thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday. Some showers on Thursday, but then temperatures rebound back into the lower to middle 60s by the time we hit next weekend. So just a brief shot of colder air toward the end of next week. In first warn traffic, we're seeing almost daily slowdowns now on the eastbound Beltline approaching Verona Road. That's the start of the main construction area on the Beltline. So travel time's a little bit higher in the eastbound direction, but not by much. 17 minutes eastbound on the Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 15 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline southward. US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City is a quick 15-minute commute, as is the trip from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That is your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. And ahead at 5, 6 Badger volleyball players are named All-Americans. Why this is an historic honor for one Badger player in particular. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom, plus no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Get your lawn and garden ready for summer with help from Menards. Create an attractive outdoor living space with Menards' great selection of landscape blocks. Whether it's flawless landscaping, a spacious patio, or a sturdy retaining wall, there's no limit to what you can create. Save on everything to update your home, including 11% off all landscape blocks. Menards is dedicated to service and quality, and we carry everything to help start your next project today.
Save big money at Menards. Have you heard of
nuts.com? It's the best kept secret of savvy snackers all over the country. Incredible nuts, dried fruits, organic snacks, and gluten-free treats. There's something for everyone to love, including free shipping with your first order.
Best pistachios ever.
Love the dried peaches.
White chocolate toffee cashews are awesome.
The holy grail of honey sesame sticks.
The quality has made me a customer for life. With so much to love and free shipping with your first order, check out nuts.com.
I want to have $1 million when I retire.
Oh, great goal. So where do I start?
Well, first you set up automatic transfers into savings. That can add up pretty quickly.
For me, working on putting $1,000 into an emergency fund got me in a good saving habit.
Already on it.
Then put together a plan to get rid of debt and maximize your investments. You know, Summit helped me do it.
Oh, that's great. I love how Summit gives people the knowledge and confidence to go after their goals.
It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
Pick up the latest issue of Madison Magazine and start a new hobby. Read a riveting COVID vaccine special report. Meet thrift store fashionistas on the hunt. And check out news anchor Chris Stanford's mad reno skills. Madison Magazine on newsstands now.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warm Weather app today.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today.
Patio Enclosures. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. The Badger volleyball team is continuing to make history. Today, 6 Badgers were named to an AVCA All-American team. Middle hitter Dana Retke and setter Sydney Hilly were named to the first team. This is the 4th time Retke has been a first-team All-American, and she is the first Badger volleyball player to do that, and the only the 6th person to ever accomplish it. Lauren Barnes was named to the 2nd team, while freshman Devin Robinson received 3rd team All-American honors. Outside hitters Molly Haggerty and Grace Loberg both received honorable mention. The top-ranked Badgers will take on Texas tomorrow night with a trip to the national championship game on the line. The game airs on ESPN tomorrow night at 8:30.
Dane County offering money to local artists and performers who are struggling due to the pandemic. County Exec Joe Parisi announced the county will launch a $1 million grant program to assist local artists recovering from the impacts of COVID-19. The program will award $2,500 grants to eligible artists and performers. Applicants must be independent working artists with at least 2 years of activity. Those eligible for the grant program include musicians, dancers, actors, poets, and any individual working artist.
Concerts on the Square is coming back this year, but not to the Capitol Square. The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra says 5 concerts will be performed at Breeze Stevens Field on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. starting July 7th. The concerts usually draw about 50,000 people, but only 1,500 people will be allowed to attend this year. Tickets will go on sale closer to Memorial Day, and they'll cost as low as $5. If you aren't able to attend the concert in person, don't worry, because there are other options available.
This has been a free public event for 37 years, and it will continue to be that way. We're going to have live streaming over the internet for all 5 concerts. So if you can't be one of the 1,500 here, you can watch it at home with your friends and family.
All of the money from the sale of tickets will support wages for the orchestra's 34 musicians. For a full list of performers, head to our website, channel3000.com.
And stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Wild East Towne Honda is Wisconsin's Dealer of the Year. Save with 0% financing for up to 60 months on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
It's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for only $20, $30, $40 a month. Some options for your living room. Just $20 a month when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona
Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
When it comes to your financial health, just a few small steps can make a real difference.
Guidance on your terms. Confidence feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
For those ready to get out and enjoy their yard, it's time to roll up your sleeves and head to Blaine's Farm and Fleet, where we have great deals on Scott's products to help build the perfect lawn. Like Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action, only $62.99. Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed is just $46.99 after mail-in rebate. Plus, Blaine's Rewards members get a free $15 Farm and Fleet gift card with every $75 Scott's purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
With iCare, you can receive up to $1,200 in over-the-counter benefits to buy brand name and generic products. Shop in-store or get the items delivered free from our catalog. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for your health needs.
Oh, my back.
Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Look what you can get at Slumberland for just $20, $30, $40 a month.
I love choices.
And you'll pay no interest for 5 years. The huge Sealy sale at Slumberland Furniture.
At Wilde East Towne Honda, lease a new Civic for $189. That's $189 and absolutely zero due-it signing. Save on over 400 new Hondas at Wilde East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
There's live view from the WIC Skycam looking off toward the east. You can see a couple of snow showers in the distance, but the Platteville-Queen Bee radio Skycam showing a little more sunshine over southwestern Wisconsin. Most of the snow showers are over Dodge County, heading out toward Lake Michigan. Temperatures right now, 30s over the eastern portions of the state. Most of our viewing area seeing temperatures in the 40s. Look for a low tonight of about 27 and a high of tomorrow of 58.
CBS Evening News coming up next. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay with us.